Hello, um, greetings everyone, boys and girls. This is James here speaking. Um, Today is about a Wednesday, which means that this today is a, is taking the about the longest long update video. So what I'm about to say this is what I'm about to say this is where Vince had been going to the Bangkok place like Los Angeles and Nakoneo, and provided to be for 6 days and a 2 days appearance. So what I'm about to say this is about the new latest update here to the topics. So here I am, and this is the document of religion's refillable charge updates. So let's get into a start off with on the way that the beginner goes. At the midnight, Im cars is coming to the hour's house, and they have to the package everything there to the black and the pink. In fact, it managed to have to goes to the Bangkok, and whilst it have to have no bus in this case, Evan, no one is in there, says Evan, nothing in the bus here, so I've had to limitly this to for the bus in there, and eventually had to have to drive to use the cars. Immediately, he has had to driving you through but I have to Bangkok as a possession, and suggestively, and there was have on the way there goes to located to the Palazzo Hotel. The Palazzo Hotel is acquires manages the autistic tie to the corroborate the socially society and logical for children, and there was social express that's it turned out there was of overlay that were assigned there said technically the written there ontological spread for document, which is there but autistic type just for social express that have to build to as a properly advertisely within the 6 days appearance, and then it turned out to be in the as a transitionally obviously it's theirs have props making their autops property, and they all they only have some perfectly uh, lotels of children, and it had some longest servants long served to the children, and theirs is have to make clay models and then the dry clay, and I have to write and for probably into the and there's the figures there, and there's have to the figure too that learn to put children there, but it is only has students and the teachers, and it has to teaching with the another severe children, and it had it has having to and it goes through for others for trust in theirs, and it does nearly like that. And in a subjectively as a subject, there are a logic of our document. In this there as a therefore to and economically to traditional spreads documents in a drive to into it. And in this case, I have a long break there, and as a wonder as a what there's waters except for probably except for yet to be said, and it still better this that's something it is case as and or refer and or wonders that other references had responsibly it does it does have to consume as an accessory associated with document be to be for that's social express and had as I increasingly go up to for 60% is and 60%, and there was still currently have the 1000% unit, and the kazoo has associated it have to go up to have some halfway over 60%, and it also have 280% of unit of located there. Therefore, this have Bangkok, and that they have into as a 4,000% unit, and it has a 360% unit, and offers days to be Mundak have 1,180% of unit, and logical to document it as a goal floated for increasingly hassle and hassles that overflowed to speed for the highway to levels to contain have and as that to have 70-40% of unit, and to go up to flow like 1,690%. I think it's a 1,970% unit, and there's a half a Bunducks is also float around like it just be have about 1,870% of unit. There have a chance to be for as this probably as well about to break, and a food break into the lunch and the dinner night, and this is wherever it's supposed to be able to go into the outdoors, so I have to say that with that it goes. It also turned out, and I went to see a Yamaha concert, had a short time since their event, and I got I made I was a footage just by the Yamaha just short videos on the and there's events a concert. So right further in here in terms of recently, as I would when I would post on the Yamaha Bangkok short videos as concert events, and after some also like for once the moms went to Yamaha concert about hours a session, and she didn't not goes to concert realize that the Yamaha during to part of the documents a logical firm make privacy, saying that she did not see the concert, and it goes not to see view for concert, and saying whether she's not goes anymore. Like, okay, so it's especially that purposely there's Boho, the only has as all this document the logical and a lot is there. The others have the units of a document. It's a autistic type associated like it's always as wonders ever somehow as a special life in there as a lottery consult of a document, and it says something it has just turned out, and does went off this operative be for logical to document with 4 days periods on the logical document, and as is just highly just wonders at the levels there, and there's got to be have this Bangkok there so overflowed at Social Express by half the 4,000 as 860%. Ironically, that is there to have the people as a realize that for as a back as there up just for float, and as a realize that as a 6,000% unit as united of the offers this document offer this was overflown to be that have been as one of this direction there, and the afterwards, also literally, I'm moving into Nakoneyok, and there's seeds that's coming back to resort, and they're like there's long servant children, and it had to make drawn out simply for a piece of paper, and it's a circular shape, and there's a recyclable there. It's honestly is there had encountered from this severely to severe with autism children. This is the unnatural, the natural for autism people. So first of all, is a longest serving the children with the people, and especially at this were purposely that have encountered with the others that were supporter, and it seems to be there was one once there a young girl, and who came to Nakoneo in here, and there was an encounters of a new falling of the new followers as a young girl. As I just say that's a story. Let's try to call her as Monica. Monica as lived somewhere as I just call it but West Virginia, somewhere Massachusetts, whatever. I don't also believe it's there, but there was a young girl, so I think that the young girl's name's Monica. Monica was one of their students as a uniform, as a wonders that have just encountered, as it became I was smiled, and then I've been laughed like Joker says admitted. He's my mom says who told me says I'm not good at laughing like a Joker, and in some case that I was looking up the young girl, and it admittedly is I have a drawing on the other side with a watercolor painted there, and it's been gotta be like us for traditional artists, and I like these watercolors pastels there, and they have the as you can see there right here color pens of right here's on my hands, and then I'm consuming in here we have as oil pastel as I returning to resume a background arts, and there's a longest there's the hiatus there, and then the return to be artist really as a background arts, and then this was half was a piece of papers concepts about visual development, and then put into overflows for the sheets, and then have to make the storyboards, and have to resume it to stop motion and the social media, and a half a video tester. But then it also I have to show you it's log post the document. It's in the corners that for signed there's for the name, and as you can see, launches my document as a bioelectrically to the name as a video tester for giving to anybody. Is one of us what about this? And I got this let's just say I think it's got to be have numbers there. I'm going to say if it's 30 people, so I just sort of say that's about laterals for the document. So obviously, and with that IUT as a city place, and I just I met it just immediately that I went to that dinner break, and I just there was a pizza company, and I just wanted surprisingly Cheesy Max pizza when I remembered, and it's the pizza flavor of a cheesy Bob's Max pizza, and I call it was a cheesy Max pizza, so it's cheesy Bob's pizza. So and I just I ate food, and as a food as a recharge, and I went to back home. So obviously, that is the longest of a long update video. So, and I said I finally came here, and honestly, it's be as a back case, as a gotta be as a sign of biologically, the biographically as a domain there for the logical to document. So, yep, that's all pretty much to say. And thanks for being spared right on to the document, for giving everybody for a video tester. I know you as a very interesting to be for just giving these long servant as a children, and then the for our children and families, and just have this to creating this document for getting the everybody. It is as a whole a lot as there's it contains moderates as contains is always a lot entertained. So anyways, that's all about to say. I might just have to thank you for coming with us to Bangkok and Neo. Let me know about the likes, share, comments, and contact with us on the social media to follow me, and as always have to talk to me, the messenger. I'll let you guys spread where the truth and where it goes to Bangkok says Neo. So also we had to going to be to say that as I spent a lot of 8 days period, as do we have managed to be as going back to Werner as logical document, and that won't be a forthcoming. I just I'll take a long break of a while to break up to probably of a 3 weeks experience, and coming up there at fourth because coming this month, and it's pretty much to say, and that's all. It's about the long update. So, and thank you for just stopping by, and I really very appreciated this small basis there, the group and family, friends, and small third group as well as our first supporter, and that's all pretty much to say. And I hope you about to see you next update and a forthcoming, and stay tuned for longest update. And I have to just gonna tell you about as a fourth, and I hope you's very hosting to be start and at the very best. So, and that's it for the document religions update. So thanks for watching, and I hope you see you next talk to you about long updates. Hope you to see you someday, and do to get the fourth year coming. So I'll talk to you guys later. So see ya.